Welcome back to the desk for the Vans World Cup of Surfing. Piper Guerrero along with Ross Williams, and we just saw a burner of a final out there with Jordy Smith taking the win, Ross.
Yeah, that was pretty big right there. The old Marmaduke, Jordy Smith, you know, he's a big kid. He rides big boards, and that suits Sunset Beach just fine. Bottom line is Jordy went off on a couple of waves, and he kind of dominated that final, really. Federico was in the mix. You know, he also likes Sunset Beach, but this was Jordy's final all the way.
Sure was, and what a great match. We talked about it earlier today. Jordy Smith, his power, his technique, his ability to muscle those big boards through sections out here and really carve down the wave. That was a winning equation, Ross.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it has dropped just a little bit this afternoon, but it's still heavy water out there. And if you can look different from the other guys who, you know, all day long, you kind of see guys that are surviving, maybe hitting the lip and just riding out of it. The difference, someone like Jordy, he is actually pivoting out of turns, and it looks like he's just kind of, you know, in control. He's controlling Sunset Beach. That's what it's all about.
Well, it's a beautiful moment, a historic moment for the big Zaffa, regular foot out of South Africa, and Jordy Smith. Let's get down to Chris Cote for our awards presentation.
All right, thank you guys up in the booth. Thank you so much to all you Super Surf fans for braving this drizzle to watch one of the most incredible finals we've ever seen here at the Vans World Cup of Surfing. Let's get a round of applause for our surfers who battled through all sorts of conditions here at Sunset to make this historic final. Of course, on behalf of Vans, the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing, the WSL, we want to thank all of you Sunset locals for giving us your break for the week. We promise, everybody promise with me, we're going to leave Sunset as beautiful as we found it. Thank you again to all the locals. Thank you, Bo, Rocky, and Joe, our live announcers, keeping the beach entertained throughout the week, the judges, security, production crew, WSL, and of course everybody behind the scenes for making this event possible. Now to get into the awards ceremony, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Vice President of Events and Promotions. Give it up to the one and only Mr. Steve Van Doren.
Thank you very much. Celebrating our 50th anniversary that my dad started Vans, and I'm just honored to be here. This is about the 20th year for the Vans Triple Crown. I've been coming to the North Shore. Great job, Jordy, everybody that was in that last heat. Great job for everybody here. Locals, thank you for letting us come here every year and celebrate a great contest here at Sunset Beach, and just want to say thank you to everybody around the world who got the chance to watch these great surfers. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, to get on to the trophies right here, this is a big one. I'm going to need Steve's help in giving away this illustrious prize. The Vans Triple Crown of Surfing Rookie of the Year goes to a surfer from North Stradbroke Island, Australia. Give it up for Mr. Ethan Ewing. There he is, Mr. Ethan Ewing. We could be seeing this face on the 2017 World Championship Tour. Once again, folks, the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing Rookie of the Year, Ethan Ewing. Thank you. Thank you, Ian. Congratulations. And here we go, folks. The big moment is here. Let's introduce your finalist. This guy put on an incredible performance with 6,300 points, $10,000. The Positive Vibe Warrior, Vans team rider from San Clemente, California. Give it up to Tanner Gudauskas. Tanner with a stellar run here at Sunset Beach, doing it on his backhand for the Goofy Footers. The names on this trophy speak for themselves. Add Tanner Gudauskas to it. Give it up for Tanner Gudauskas. This guy has been a pleasure to watch from day one, getting some of the best barrels, doing some of the most incredible turns, He comes from the Big Island, folks. Give it up. Getting 6,700 points and $12,000, Jordy Meister! There is a lot of positivity on this stage, and more to come. Jordy Meister, that was a highlight reel worthy performance. All right, folks, here we go. 8,000 points, $20,000. Most importantly, now your leader for the 2016 Vans Triple Crown of Surfing from Cascais, Portugal. Give it up to Frederico Moraes. That's right, taking the lead from the firm grasp of John Florence. Frederico Moraes with a big finish here puts his name on top of the list in the running to win the 2016 Vans Triple Crown of Surfing. Another surfer we could see on the 2017 Championship Tour. And now, folks, he made a long trip to get here. He's been here many times, never quite reached the pinnacle, but today was his day, folks. 10,000 points, $40,000 from Durban, South Africa, your current world number 3, Jordy Smith. Jordy Smith with blistering, powerful turns throughout this entire event. Jordy, you said it in your post-heat interview, this is an event that has eluded you in the past. Today was your day. Let's hear it.
Yeah, absolutely. In the beginning of my career, I don't know, I had a really good relationship, and then she just went super sour on me for a while. And yeah, today she's come back, so I'm excited.
We're all very excited for Jordy Smith. Jordy will be competing in the Billabong Pipe Masters right around the corner on December 8th. Here's a look at your finalists. An incredible Vans World Cup of Surfing. Folks, soak it all in. An incredible final just went down. Congratulations again to our current Vans Triple Crown of Surfing leader, Frederico Moraes. Thank you so much for watching the live show. Pack your trash. Keep Sunset beautiful. We're going to throw it back up to the booth for another amazing post show. Thank you so much.
All right, well, there you go. Great presentation by Chris Cote and Jordy Smith. A long overdue victory, I feel, here at Sunset Beach, Ross.
Yeah, you know, it's just a testament to Jordy Smith's year. He's been on fire all year long. He won an event at Lowers. He was actually in the running for the world title, Kaipo. So something has clicked for him. He's finally out of the woods in terms of an injury. You know, the last couple of years for Jordy's been rough, trying to get out of that funky zone with, you know, it takes a while, and especially when you're tall, you get those back injuries, knees and all that. So he's looking healthy, fit, and he just kind of rolled right into this win at Sunset. Yeah, finally, through all those hurdles, he's had a couple of back-to-back injuries, as you said. So those were some tough times for Jordy Smith. We always had, you know, the expectations from him because he's so talented, really expected a world title from him. Perhaps this is the beginning of some momentum for Jordy Smith moving on into 2017. I feel it is, and the big guy, he's feeling it right now. Yeah, I think so. You know, and there's a lot of events on the tour schedule, on a championship tour schedule, where I feel like Jordy, without a doubt, can win. Bells, West Oz, Lowers, obviously, J Bay. So this is someone for years and years and years into the future can win a world title. But at those venues, he's going to have to beat money. That being said, we're here at Sunset Beach, part of the Triple Crown. I hope this stokes, you know, a healthy respect and, you know, for Jordy Smith moving forward to win a Triple Crown, because, you know, there's a long history here at Kaipo where, you know, throughout the 70s and 80s, it was such a big deal. Everyone entered every single event, no matter what. And, you know, for Jordy, he's got to be happy with this win. Oh, yeah. And, you know, even more so, the equipment looks in tune. It's a great tune-up. It's a giant confidence builder moving into the last event of the season at Pipeline. Jordy Smith looking really good. The boards are looking really good. And the space between the ears that we often talk about, Ross, it seems like Jordy's really happy right now and really content. Yeah, he's, you know, you could say he's nesting. You know, he's gotten married, he's settled in, you know, in California and as well as in South Africa. So Jordy's got life figured out, and he, you know, when you got all that stuff figured out, that allows you to compete at a really high level. But again, Sunset Beach, Jordy, that's a happy marriage.
Well, let's take a look at the recap of what exactly happened in that final here at Sunset Beach. Well, here we go, a nice aerial view of Sunset Beach, and Sunset served up today. Unexpected bump in the swell. Nice southeast winds coming into play, and Jordy Smith waxing up for that final, along with Federico Moraes, Tanner Gudauskas, and Tori Meister. That guy right there. So Tori ready for a win, but this guy had a big thing to say about that early lead, but answering back, Jordy Smith with just some great rail surfing, power surfing, and that's exactly what Sunset calls for, Ross.
Yeah, no doubt. You know, we woke up this morning and it was crazy how surprised we were. You know, we were expecting to surf 3-foot Sunset Point, and we woke up to 6 to 8 foot waves. So it was cranking from the morning, but it slowly but surely was kind of easing up this afternoon. I feel like we just had enough juice for the finals, and even looking over my shoulder now, it is getting pretty quiet. And the guys kind of had to, you know, adjust their whole game plan. There was just enough energy for this big old freak right here to do his thing and a couple of big scores.
A lot of talent, a lot of power. Look at that stomp on the tail, setting the fins, just bending the fins through that turn. Jordy Smith on to a victory. In my eyes, long overdue here. We saw him come young, as a young man, to Sunset Beach, make a couple of finals. I've been expecting him to win out here, and he did so today. Magic day at Sunset Beach. Big hugs from Tommy Witz on the beach. Gotta feel good about that, Ross.
No doubt, for sure. And you know, whenever you put Jordy Smith on a, you know, a double overhead wave with a big open face, it's going to be tough for the field to catch him. And to make it, to be honest, you know, that final looked pretty easy for him.
And there's Jordy getting chaired up. Not an easy task. Not a small human being, Jordy Smith. And welcome back to the desk. We're here at the desk with the winner of the Vans World Cup of Surfing 2016. Jordy Smith's here with us. Jordy, first of all, again, congratulations on a win. Like I said a couple of times, I feel long overdue for you. Today was your day.
Thanks, Kaipa, and thanks, Ross. Really appreciate it. Jeez. It's been such a kind of crazy ride, I think. Just like I said, from the beginning of my career, I'm doing so well out here and having such a good relationship with Sunset. And then just for like 6 or 7 years, just not being able to, I don't know, pretty much make more than 2 heats. And then, yeah, today was just my day or my contest, I'm not sure.
Well, first, let's keep it focused on Sunset. Tell us about, you know, your respect for Sunset and your focus on winning this event in particular.
Yeah, there's a massive amount of respect goes out to this wave. It's definitely the hardest wave, I think, to surf on the North Shore. It has so many different moods, and it's just, I think, being able to be patient and just accept the mood that she's in for the day, and then yeah, just try and sync up with her.
And also, obviously, you've had an amazing year. You know, you're actually in the hunt for the world title. You won lowers. What was the difference in 2016 for Jordy?
Jeez, I think there was quite a few. I think just understanding what I'm here for and what I love to do, and just doing it with a good passion, with a smile on my face, and just really enjoying it. I think that's kind of been the main thing. Obviously, with maturity comes a lot of things, and yeah, I think I've just wisened up a little bit in my competitive surfing, and it's taken me a little bit, but I'm just trying to learn as much as I can. I've got Chris Gallagher in my corner, and so he's really helped me out a lot. And yeah, just positive people around me. I think that's a big thing.
Well, Jordy, big picture talk. This win here, you're on the road. What about a Vans Triple Crown of surfing title?
That would be amazing, Kaipa. Absolutely amazing. I've never really done that well at Pipe, and I've pretty much set my tent up out there at the moment. I'm trying to surf there as much as I can to get better, and yeah, I just try and tick all the boxes, you know, until I paddle out my first heat out there, and take every day as it comes.
Well, your preparation, you got a couple of days before the waiting period for the Pipe Masters start. What are you going to be doing? I know tonight's going to be a bit of a celebration, but beyond that, what's going to happen between now and the start of the Pipe Masters?
Well, from tomorrow, I'm pretty much just going to continue to try and tick all the boxes for Pipeline. Go back to the drawing boards, find out what boards kind of work out there, what I like. Lately, I've been trying to mix up a lot of different fins. Yeah, so just I think having a bit more fun with it, and it is the back end of the year, so enjoying it a bit more, and yeah, that's about it.
Jordy, while we have you here on the desk, I wanted to ask you, it's always cool to get insight from some of the boys on kind of the graduating class for the CT this year. Just taking a look at these names, who gets you pumped? You got Ethan Ewing, you got a couple of cool prospects there.
Well, from the newcomers, I would have to say my two picks are probably Connor O'Leary and Ezekiel Lau.
And Ezekiel Lau, he's sitting right on the bubble. He's actually 11th on the outside looking in, but if he gets some fortune in Konoha Igarashi or Jeremy Flores double qualify, then he could get in. But yeah, a lot of guys were pulling for Zeke in this event.
Yeah, Zeke, obviously an ambassador of Aloha. A lot of Hawaiian support down here. Would have loved to see him on the tour. He's a big boy like me, so to throw around some good weight on the tour would be great. And if not this year, then definitely next year, and I believe he's definitely going to have a spot on the tour one day.
Well, let's take a look at that top 10. We were talking so much about this qualifying series, and it's right on your screen. Connor O'Leary, Ethan Ewing, Joan Duru, Kanoa Igarashi, Federico Moraes, Leonardo Fioravanti, Jeremy Flores, Jadson Andre, Ian Govea, potential double qualifier both with Jack Freestone and Jeremy Flores, as well as Kanoa Igarashi, so that top 10 can go even further down. It all depends on what happens at Pipeline. So again, we want to just tell you congratulations, Jordy. Have a great day. I know it's already the beginning of a great day. We look forward to seeing you at Pipeline, our champ this year for the Vans World Cup. And with that, we're going to check out some of this historic highlights from the Vans Triple Crown surfing.
Thanks.
Thanks, bud. Good job.
Thanks, Tyler.
So we're here at Sunset Beach on the North Shore at the final event of the season. This is one of those things that at the end of the year, everything's on the line. World titles, qualification, and the Vans Triple Crown is a part of that. You know, I think that the Vans Triple Crown is so cool because of its history. You know, it's got 30+ years. It's one of the most prestigious awards to win. The reason being is that you've got a 3-event series, but they're all held at the end of the year, but at some of the most prestigious waves on the planet.
You know, when it all comes together, it's just so amazing. Just the variety too. You've got high performance here at Haleiwa and so much twisting, turning water, and then Sunset's like the biggest mountains of water you can ride with the biggest sections, and then the guys have got pipe that's, you know, probably the scariest wave on the planet. It's pretty nuts.
That's why it's called Triple Crown. You got to do well in 3 events.
These 3 events are, you know, right up there with the world title. They're such different waves, and you just really got to be in sync with the ocean for these events.
It's considered the second best snake to the world title just because this is where surfing comes from, Hawaii, North Shore. These 6 weeks on the North Shore, everyone's here, the whole surf industry, the best surfers. If you want to be a pro surfer, this is where you have to come and like prove yourself.
You're not only competing against world tour guys, you're bringing the best of the best from the Hawaiian surfers in the North Shore, and also the best qualifying series surfers. So you've got everybody in the whole surfing competitive world competing in these events, and that's why it's so difficult. In order to win this one, you've got to beat everybody. The focal point is focusing directly on this end of the season. All the pressure, all the drama is here at this time of year. You can't beat, you can't stop watching all of the action that happens here.
Vans Triple Crown of surfing. The only other thing that can even eclipse that is a world championship. So this is a big deal right here, and we have another great year. The surf showed up for us in Haleiwa, Ross. The surf showed up for here at Sunset Beach. So I'm feeling really good about the 2016 Triple Crown.
Yeah, it's been amazing so far. You're spot on there, Kaipo. So looking at the long-range forecast, it looks actually pretty good for pipe as well. So we should continue with the good surf vibes. And speaking of the Triple Crown leaders, we got Federico right there, kind of steamrolling past John, A lot of focus was on John. He's been absolutely ripping in this event, but had a clumsy heat and went down. Federico now has got, not only does he have the lead for the Triple Crown, but he's got a seat in the pipe.
Yeah, it's going to be a race to the finish for the Triple Crown. Federico Moraes in the lead, followed by John Florence, who's a scary good at pipe. And then right behind them, the big guy building momentum with a win here at Sunset Beach, Jordy Smith.
Yeah, and Jordy Smith saying, hey, I set up tent at pipe, so trying to take a page out of Adriano de Souza's book last year and trying to get a big result there so that he could win a Triple Crown, but pipe's looking pretty good.
Well, that's going to where we go to the last jewel of the Vans Triple Crown. Is going to be the Billabong Pipe Masters, the most challenging wave in the world, certainly the most dangerous wave in the world. A lot of things can happen on that stretch of reef.
Huge shift of gears here. We're going from big deep water surf at Sunset, trying to handle a big messy lineup and kind of surfing on big equipment, big slalom types of carves. It's, couldn't be more opposite. It's shallow, it's dangerous, it's all about getting barreled. Every now and then you'll see a maneuver, but pretty much, Kaipo, it's very simple. Get barreled, get scores.
And we can't wait. The final jewel of the Vans Triple Crown of Surfing, the Billabong Pipe Masters coming up. We can't say thank you enough to the good people over at Vans, the great North Shore community for backing us up, Sunset Beach for serving up some epic surf for our finals day. We're going to have this highlights package, and check it out. For Ross Williams, I'm Kaipo Guerrero.
Yeah, Kaipo.
Aloha, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you at Pipeline.
See ya.
Welcome, surf fans, to the final day of the Vans World Cup of Surfing. After today, there will only be one champion.
Seeklau in the barrel, out of the barrel, just what the young Hawaiian needed.
Billy Kemper now, another hometown favorite. Federico Moraes, this is for his season, looking for a 4.65 straight up into the lip. Federico Moraes gets the score. That leaves Tanner Gdauskas needing this wave to stand up.
That was pretty mental.
5.33, Tanner Gdauskas gets the win. Jordy Smith now blazing a path across a nice sunside wall under the lip.
Pulls into the barrel.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to quarterfinal action.
All of Ezekiel Lau's year on the qualifying series is going to come to this moment.
A 5.7.
He absolutely needed to make that heat to make it onto the championship tour.
And Tori Meister attacking the lip, as we're so used to seeing from Tori now, setting up for the tube stall. He's got the line. He comes out. An incredible doggy door exit. Jackson Andre now surfing on the edge of disaster and making it in his pursuit towards requalification. He gets yet another shot.
Jordy Smith, big South African.
Wow. We are fired up. This is the final of the Vans World Cup of Surfing. Hear the crowd going wild for Federico Moraes. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner for the 2016 Vans World Cup of Surfing from Durban, South Africa, Jordy Smith.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.